Hello YouTube. I'm going to show y'all how to, or I'm going to show you how I'm going to build a little DIY camper out of this little 6.5 foot camper bed. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to go through everything, making floors, and I'm no carpenter. I'm no expert at any of this. This is just having fun, gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna put some carpet throughout the camper top to help insulate. There's a bunch of stuff we're gonna be doing. So, first off, I've got some of this little thumb and groove or whatever plank. Got some of this off a guy on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, and I figured it would make a nice little floor in here. So that's going to be our first step, is to eliminate the floor coldness, or just to get something that's level on here. And after we put the wood down, we are going to put this. I got this at Lowe's. It's a linoleum rug. The thicker the better, really, but I figure this will do just fine for what I'm using it for, especially since I got the wood down. We're gonna be building beds. This is gonna be for later. The carpet stuff is gonna be for putting it on the camper shell. I'll show you how to do all that. But all you need for this stuff is like something good to mark with. I'll show you my little setup here that I've been using. Nothing special, man. You can go to Harbor Freight, local hardware store, little Ryobi. And sometimes it's got a little kickback, but I just don't stand right behind it or whatever. It'll kind of kick back, but that's usually telling you that you're trying to push it too fast. Just let the tool work. But anyway, yep, there's a little bit of the plywood I've been using. I've been using plywood and stuff to try to build a bed frame and shit. But I'll show that to y'all as well later on. But first steps first. If you're gonna build a camper shell, you need to insulate yourself from the body or the bed of this truck, because this is just gonna put cold shit into the cab. That's all it's gonna do. Same thing as the camper shell, which we're gonna carpet that. There ain't much we can do other than carpet it. I mean, we could spray foam or something, but it would just take up too much space. We're trying to conserve as much space in here so it can have space to sleep, a little hallway area, and then a table. So we definitely want as much room as we can in here. This isn't a long wheelbase, long bed. This is just a short bed. But yeah, we got this piece of wood in here. How I like to do it, I'll cut right there and right there. I'll mark a line across that with a good piece of flat something, and yeah, we're gonna cut that and then put this piece on those pieces, mark them so they're all the same, and then I'm gonna fill all this up. So that's the next thing you'll probably see, is all this filled up. All right, guys, I just want to give you a little update. My cuts are decent. Some of them stick out a little bit. Hopefully we don't have any problems. If we do, that's gonna suck, which I'll figure it out. But that's what it's looking like so far. It's looking pretty good. We got a bunch of the spare stuff to cut and put, like one here, and then I might have to crack one to do a half right there, but I do plan to do that. Same as up there. Yada yada. We were running out of these, so for the end right here, we're gonna have to make little chunks, which is gonna suck for stability, but it's okay. But yeah, that's how it's coming along. All right, guys, so it isn't perfect. I'm not doing a fucking gotta be 100% perfect build, okay? I'm not worried about that. I just want it to be majority wise. But this is where we are. Here, we're about to put the linoleum down. I try to put some of them damn things to keep it from going side to side while I'm driving. There we go. See how that holds up. But I will show you the linoleum on it. All right, now that we got the linoleum in, it's a little bit, you know, puffy. It's not the best cut. Like I said, this is DIY. I'm gonna put some heavy stuff around it to try to hold it down, get it to go flat, and we'll go from there. That's what it looks like so far. I just want to give you a little tip as well. As I was doing this stuff, this linoleum really likes to bend. I don't know if it depends on if it's cold or hot out, but it's kind of chilly out today. It's like 38 degrees. A little chilly, not too bad, but I'm just putting some of this stuff down, just some hard, heavy shit, you know, help, you know, hold it down, get it into place. But I'm just gonna let this sit right here, probably about 30 minutes to an hour. Let it take its shape, because that's what shape it was. So, I mean, it's gonna want to do that, you know. But yeah, gonna let this sit out, let it take its shape. Then we're gonna start putting our little cabinets and stuff that I've built. So this is really easy. It's just a piece of damn plywood with some fucking legs on it that I put in there. And you just make the legs where they're around the wheel wells, so you're taking up as much space as possible. Same thing with the table. I'm gonna add to both of these in the video, so y'all are gonna be able to learn a little bit with me as I'm learning myself, because this is DIY, of course, as y'all can tell. But I also have weather strips. We're gonna jack the camper up. We're gonna put weather stripping all down it to make sure that seals better. And like I said, we're gonna do the carpet. The carpet's gonna be next after this. We're not gonna put the furniture in, we're gonna do the carpet first. But yeah. All right, while this is drying, I'm gonna actually try to start one of these headliners. Quicker I can start, quicker I can get done, the more shit I get done, less time it takes to do everything, yada yada. But I got some of this super strength paper, cardboard, plastic, fabric, cloth, insulation, leather. Let's hope it goes to fiberglass, because that's what this is. But multi-surface spray adhesive, super strength. We're gonna line the whole fucking camper shell with this, and it's gonna be nice and insulated. All right, so I tried to put some of this carpet up, and just so you guys know, this 3M stuff does not work with fiberglass at all. Nada. But this says it works with nope, it doesn't say it works with metal. I was about to say we're gonna try it right here, see if we can get some insulation, but fuck it, this shit sucks. All right guys, I let it sit. I've got all these Velcro things around here for some reason, so I just slapped that little piece on there. It's just temporary, I just got it out of the way. But since I figured that out, I'm gonna go get a bunch of Velcro stuff to do that top. I'm gonna do Velcro with all this stuff since it sticks to it so well. I'm gonna do Velcro everywhere, so it's easily removed. I can put it back, I can add, I can do whatever I want. And Velcro, I'm gonna make blinds out of Velcro too. But anyway, that's besides the point. Right now, got the floor looking good. I'll take this little piece of plywood out. So the floor's looking okay. The more it sits in here, the more it's gonna flatten out. So what I'm gonna do is sweep this little thing off real quick. I'll put the bed back in there, We're gonna start working a little bit on the foam of the bed, stuff like that. And just so you know, this is strictly fucking, like, do it bare minimum. This ain't no fucking horse and pony show. So keep that in mind. All right, so we got the bed in. Whew, I'm a little bit winded, but that's fine. I need to work out. Anyway, this is the bed I made. Look how DIY it is. Garbo. But it's good. I have it resting on the wheel well, so that's helped distributing my weight, as well as these. And I'm only 150, so that'll work depending on who you are, how you are, whatever. You may have to build a little bit more of a heavy duty, or you could go lighter depending on who you are, your build, your stature, shit like that. All right, now DIY comfortable mattress or a comfortable area. So I got a couple things I'm gonna lay down. Got this one mat right here I'm gonna use too. Carpet cushion is what it says it is, from Lowe's, but I ain't worried about it. Anyway, so I think what I'm gonna do with these travel mats, get some of these travel mats, show y'all real quick. And this mattress topper, this is a mattress topper. So I bought this off a lady, off Marketplace. Seems like it gets way more stiff when it's cold, which might be a problem, but I'm gonna have heat in here, so it should be able to warm it up. But it does seem kind of stiff in the cold, which is not cool. But, so with these, my plan here is, and they're U-Haul, my plan here got a little bit of extra, but what I'm going to do is basically just layer these on here till it's like that thick, and I may put that pad on it, I don't know, but I'll show you once I have it all figured out. All right, for the time being, I laid one down, I cut it all really nice, and then I realized this shit's hard to cut through. So, yeah, this shit's hard to cut through. So I cut one nice, and then the other one I'm leaving this drape over until I build some doors. But I figure 4 layers of this would be fine for the first layer. And then the mattress topper is probably gonna go on the top, is what I assume. But we're gonna see how squishy this stuff is, because it's pretty squishy. So we're gonna unbox this. We're gonna put this on top of that and see how squishy it is. Depending on what's squishier, I might put this on top of that or that on top of this. I don't know, but we'll see. All right, so this stuff is really nice, but I can feel every so often it's got like a little hard, like where they put all the compound together and it's got a little hard ball. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna put 2 layers of this under this with the mattress topper on top of that, and I think that'll be perfect. Well, I'll show y'all once it's finished. All right, so I've got 2 layers of that squishy stuff, and then I got 4 layers of the pad, U-Haul pad. Then I got this, so I figure that for the time being will be okay. I can always get something nicer. I can always buy another pad to go under, something like that. I can always add more pad. I've got more pad, so for the time being I've got pad under there. I can always add more. So that's the bed right now until I add some cupboards. But bed is finished, other than sheets and a pillow. I got all that shit, but that's done. Now we're gonna put the shelf in here. Yeah, we're gonna put the shelf. We're gonna put a little, I've got a crate that goes back there, and we're just gonna button it up for the night. And then we're gonna work on some more stuff the next day, but I'll put all the stuff in there so you can see what it kind of looks like. All right, this is kind of how it looks. I'm starting to notice some of my things aren't lining up now that I built it off the bed, and then I put this in after. I didn't realize it, but I should have. Shit isn't gonna line up, like little supports that I built that were length dependent. 100% has to be dependent, 100% has to be on. So that shit ain't gonna work. So I'm gonna have to redo that. And I had this table where it sits up under this lip. So I really liked how it sat under the lip because it gives me another 2 inches of space this way. So I'm probably gonna end up cutting it down a little bit all across. Yeah, but this is how it looks like right now. I'm gonna put this on real quick and show y'all how this little topper is gonna look up on top of this. But yeah, that's about all we'll do for today. And since that was unforeseen, I'll fix that. I'll show you all that in a video too, to make it a little bit more tidy. But yeah, let me finish putting some stuff in here. I'm gonna put this on, then I'm gonna show you it all kind of decked out with a pillow, stuff like that. And y'all get the picture. Y'all see the vision. Got the area cleaned up, so it's a nice walk up. Damn it. So this is how it looks as of now. Nice little bed area with some storage underneath. I got my little crate back there. Don't mind that, it's just storage. And then we have this table here, which we're gonna have to definitely do something with in the front. I tried putting that one little door hinge on and a door, but you can see how that's going. I got all those containers to like rice, dry food, or even bathroom stuff, toothpaste, whatever. And I got my little heater here with my propane or butane, whatever it is. So yeah, this is how it's coming along. Not that expensive. As of now, I've only spent like, so I had all the plywood for these here, so I can't account that. Well, I could. If you know the price, you can account for it, but I don't know it. So I'm gonna only account for what I paid for, which is all the cool shit I showed you this morning. Yada yada. I spent 60 on all this board, and then I spent 280 at Lowe's for the linoleum, the pad, all the cool stuff, all the shit I've been using. This top right here. I also got some hinges and other things. But yeah, this is a under $500 budget build. Easy peasy. If you got some of this stuff, I mean, the more you got, the cheaper it's gonna be for you. So, yep. But this is where we are too right now. I got that little piece of plywood there because I don't want it to get wet outside or anything. But it's not gonna stay there. It's gonna be used for cabinets or whatever. So, you guys, we gonna get on to the next one, and the biggest thing is gonna be carpeting this in. This was a bitch. I didn't have any of the good stuff, but yeah, I'm sure y'all see it. But that concludes chapter 1.